After completing this topic, you will be able to create, manage, search and print lists, create, manage, search and print tuples, use operators applicable to lists and tuples, and use functions related to lists and tuples. Oh, there you are. Sorry, I was busy making my favorite pulao. I love to cook, you know. Looking at the spice container reminds me, let's start learning about lists and tuples, which are a type of sequence data type. These data types are not very different from the spice container, which is a single box, yet it has different containers within it for different spices. Similarly, lists and tuples are a single storage unit which hold multiple data items together. These data items may or may not be of the same type. For example, in the spice container, we may have powdered things like salt, whole grains like cumin seeds, or chunks like cinnamon. In the same way, a list or a tuple may contain a mix of numeric and string data types. By the way, there is another data type called set. But we won't be covering it in this training because it is an advanced level topic. If you are curious to learn about the set data type, you can read about it in the helper text below. Here's my bucket list. You can see I have written things very randomly here. In Python, this list is created in the computer memory with each item being stored in a separate memory location. The memory locations are numbered, with numbering starting from 0. The numbers are called index numbers. To create a list in Python, we first give it a name, let's say bucket list. Then, we write the items separated by a comma and enclose them within square brackets. You can access an item in a list using its index number. Just remember, start counting from 0 instead of 1 when counting the index. For example, to access the item learn French, you would type bucket list and in square brackets the index number 3. Although lists in Python are flexible, it is a good practice to create lists of the same type so that it is easier to manage that data. For example, the list of languages contains all string type data. A tuple is similar to a list except that it uses round brackets or parentheses instead of square brackets. Note that the parentheses are optional. The object is treated as a tuple even if the parentheses are omitted. Also, a tuple is immutable. That is, you can't change its contents after it is created. But remember, a list is mutable. So for example, we can replace the object at index 1 in the list bucket list. Now, let's try to replace go skydiving in the tuple bucket tuple with see the northern lights. It doesn't work. We get an error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So you can see for yourself that a tuple is immutable. While you can store any type of item in a tuple, it is typically used to represent a data structure such as a date, which may contain objects of different types. To define a tuple with only one item, we put a comma after it inside the parenthesis. An empty tuple will have nothing inside the parenthesis. So hopefully you have learned all about lists and tuples and not about spice containers and bucket lists. Next, you will learn about all the ways in which you can work with lists and tuples using some operators.